Imagine a country so small that millions around the world had never heard its name. A country with just over 500,000 people. A country that is made up of small islands in the Atlantic Ocean. But then suddenly, in 2026, the world stopped to ask one question. Where is Cape Verde? This small African island nation captured the hearts of millions worldwide with their incredible football journey that showed the world that size does not determine greatness. Cape Verde, also known as Cabo Verde, made history by reaching the FIFA World Cup for the first time, proving that even the smallest of nations can dream big. Beyond football, there's so much more to Cape Verde. They have a unique culture, a history, breathtaking landscapes, and stories that people have never heard. So today, we're exploring 10 interesting facts about Cape Verde, the small island nation that went from being overlooked to being one of the most talked about nations in the world. Hi, I'm Janice. Welcome to the Deco Wonders channel. I'm so happy you could stop by. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. We would love to have you as part of the Deco Wonders family. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. So grab a drink, grab your passport, and let's head on over to Cape Verde for discovery. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you, Janice. Now let's discover Cape Verde or Cabo Verde. Fact 1. Cape Verde and Cabo Verde are the same country. One of the first things people wonder is it called Cape Verde or Cabo Verde? The answer is both names refer to the same country. Cape Verde is the English version of the name, while Cabo Verde is the official name used by the country itself. The name comes from Portuguese because Cape Verde was once a Portuguese colony. In 2013, the government officially requested that the country's name remain Cabo Verde internationally, rather than being translated into different languages. So whether you say Cape Verde or Cabo Verde, you are talking about the same beautiful Atlantic island nation. Fact 2. Cape Verde is made up of 10 volcanic islands. Cape Verde is not one single island. It is an archipelago made up of 10 volcanic islands located off the western coast of Africa. These islands are divided into two groups: the Barlavento Islands, meaning the Windward Islands, and the Sotavento Islands, meaning the Leeward Islands. Each island has its own personality. Some are famous for their beaches and tourism, others for mountains and volcanic landscapes. The island of Fogo is home to an active volcano called Pico de Fogo, which rises dramatically above the landscape. Cape Verde is proof that some of the most beautiful places on Earth were created through powerful forces of nature. Fact 3. It is located off the coast of West Africa. Cape Verde is located in the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 350 miles, or about 570 kilometers, west of Senegal in West Africa. Although it is geographically close to Africa, Cape Verde has developed a unique identity influenced by African, Portuguese, and Brazilian cultures. Its location in the Atlantic also made it historically important during ocean exploration and trade routes. Fact 4. Cape Verde is one of Africa's smallest countries by population. One of the most surprising facts about Cape Verde is its population. The country has around 500,000 residents, making it one of the smallest nations in Africa by population. To put that into perspective, many major cities around the world have populations larger than the entire country. But what Cape Verde lacks in size, it makes up for with culture, resilience, and a strong sense of national pride. The country has also developed a large diaspora community, especially in countries like Portugal, the United States, and parts of Europe. Fact 5. Cape Verde was once uninhabited. Before Portuguese explorers arrived in the 15th century, the Cape Verde Islands were believed to have been uninhabited. The Portuguese colonized the islands and used them as an important location during the Atlantic slave trade. Over time, people from different backgrounds came together, including Europeans and Africans, creating the mixed cultural identity that defines Cape Verde today. The country's history is complex, but it has transformed that history into a culture filled with music, traditions, and pride. Fact 6. Cape Verde has one of the most unique cultures in Africa. Cape Verdean culture is a beautiful blend of African and Portuguese influences. One of the most famous parts of its culture is music. The country is known worldwide for a style called morna, a soulful genre often compared to blues because of its emotional storytelling. The legendary singer Cesaria Evora helped introduce Cape Verdean music to audiences around the world. Music is not just entertainment in Cape Verde, it is a reflection of the country's history, struggles, love, and identity. Fact 7. Football is more than a sport. It is national pride. Football has always been important in Cape Verde, but 2026 changed everything. The national team, known as the Blue Sharks, made history by qualifying for their first FIFA World Cup. For a nation of about 500,000 people, this achievement was extraordinary. Their journey inspired people around the world because it represented something bigger than football. It showed that determination, teamwork, and belief can help even the smallest countries compete on the biggest stages. Cape Verde's success became a reminder that every nation has a story worth hearing. Fact 8. Cape Verde has some incredible beaches and landscapes. When many people think about tropical islands, they imagine places like the Caribbean. But Cape Verde has its own unique beauty. The country offers golden beaches, crystal clear waters, dramatic mountains, and volcanic landscapes. The island of Sal is famous for tourism and beautiful beaches. Boa Vista is known for its sand dunes and long stretches of coastline. And Santo Antão is famous for its breathtaking mountains and hiking trails. Fact 9. The official language is Portuguese, but many speak Creole. The official language of Cape Verde is Portuguese, but many people also speak Cape Verdean Creole, known locally as Crioulo. What makes Crioulo fascinating is that it varies from island to island. The language reflects the country's history, combining influences from Portuguese and African languages. Fact 10. Cape Verde proved that dreams don't have a size. The most amazing fact about Cape Verde isn't its beaches, volcanoes, or even its fascinating history. It's what this small nation showed the world in 2026. With a population of just over 500,000 people, Cape Verde arrived at its first ever FIFA World Cup as one of the tournament's biggest underdogs. Most football fans expected the Blue Sharks to simply enjoy the experience. Instead, they made history. Cape Verde stunned the football world by advancing from a difficult group featuring Spain, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia. They became one of the smallest nations ever to reach the knockout stage of a FIFA World Cup, proving that determination can overcome the odds. Then came the round of 32 against defending world champions Argentina. Very few people gave Cape Verde a chance, but the Blue Sharks refused to back down. They pushed one of football's greatest nations to the limit in a thrilling 3-2 match that had fans around the world on the edge of their seats. Although their remarkable journey ended there, they walked off the pitch with something even greater than a victory. They had earned the respect of the football world. Throughout the tournament, Cape Verde became everyone's second favorite team. Their fearless style of play, never give up attitude, and incredible resilience won the hearts of millions. They reminded us why people fall in love with football in the first place. Not because the biggest teams always win, but because sometimes the smallest nations dare to believe they can. What an inspiring nation, Janice. Over to you.
Cape Verde's story wasn't just about football. It was about courage, it was about representing an entire nation or country with pride, and it was about proving that your size or your population or your resources does not determine your greatness. Sometimes all it takes is belief, hard work, and the courage to dream bigger than anyone expects, and that may just be Cape Verde's greatest legacy. So we've come to the end of another fascinating video. Have you learned something new? And did you know about Cape Verde before the World Cup or before this video? You may drop your comments so that I can see them. I'd love to read your feedback. And if this video inspired you or if you learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. You may also share it with your friends. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed, Please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our fascinating videos. As always, keep wondering, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Janice from the Deca Wonders, and I'm out. Bye!